Hello and welcome to issues 68 and 69 of my Build the Millennium Falcon video diary. You have had 3 videos from me this week, guys, and I hope that I have caught up sufficiently for you. I hope I haven't rushed over certain details, and I hope that you have enjoyed them. This week is quite exciting because we're looking at quite an iconic part of the Falcon, which is kind of the engine exhaust vents. So without further ado, let's have a look at what comes in issue 68 and issue 69. Okay, so issues 68 and 69 and 67 all hold parts for the back end of the top of the Falcon. So the exhaust vents and things like that. So I'm just going to open these up very quickly. And the last bits here. Okay, so these are the parts that we get, 67, 68, 69. Now, the first thing I think we should talk about. These parts have bits painted on them, which I find a little odd or bizarre, depending on which word you want to use. Because we haven't seen this in any other of the hull plating, apart from the first of the turret sections we got way back when. Now you may notice that it is a darker red to these. That's because I painted them red ages ago, probably about a year ago now, to kind of match up with the red paint that we get from the DOA paint range. But I'll go over that properly with the airbrush when all the top is done. And I think I will go over all these parts with the airbrush as well, because I did enjoy painting that bottom half and it won't match. Just the colours won't match. So initially I was a bit disappointed that they weren't pre-painted. Now I'm a bit disappointed that they are, because the colours won't match and things like that. So it's weird how these things turn about, isn't it? I suppose the other thing to mention with these is there's loads and loads of hole. I mean, look at this piece. Absolutely tons of these little indenty hole plug things for various parts of the mechanics of the Falcon in this area of it. Loads of tubing and pipes and things like that, which are going to be fun to do. Oh, just uncovered these. Loads and loads of gold screws. I have a feeling that these gold screws are different coloured because these parts are connected with these parts here. So we don't actually connect them to the framework just yet. You connect all these pieces together first, which is why I'm doing them in one big lump like this. So I'm just going to go get a cup of tea, look at the instructions, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, I am back with my tea, and like every good geek, I have a Star Wars mug, which was actually a present for my 30th birthday, so thank you whoever got that. Can't remember who that was at the moment. And of course the accompanying placemat. So I'm just going to put these to one side. Lovely cup of tea. Right, okay, so the first thing you need to do with these parts here is lay them out as they are going to look when they are finished, when the Falcon is all done, which is like this. Now, you then have to turn them all over like this, and you really get to see what we have to do with these parts here. These connecting parts will run alongside. Okay, actually this is really good. Okay, let's do this a little bit at a time, shall we? Okay, so this overhangy bit here matches up with that bit there, and you'll get that overhang, and they will neatly fit together like so, which gives us time to put those parts in. No, I'm sorry, you don't do it that way, you do it this way. So you got the flat side facing up, and actually that makes a lot more sense because it does clip in a lot nicer. I don't think that's the right piece. Yes, okay, that is the right piece there, but for some reason that's not going in, so I'm going to look at that and then screw this together, and then I'll be right back with you. And here are the first two parts screwed in together. There is a little bit of a line here, but that's not going to matter so much as it will be covered up. And what I really like is this little covery, this little overhangy bit here makes this line a little less kind of obvious where the joint is. So that is very nice. Now, of course, with these pieces, you've got to be careful because there are little indents here and there's not that side. So you know kind of in what order to put the framework, the whole plating together. So that part obviously fits in very nicely there. If we just swing it around to the back, you hear that little clip. I'll just get my screw and my screwdriver and just put that one in there like so, and that really isn't wanting to go. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, let's try putting it in this piece because should all be connected fine there. Nope, that's not going either. Right, I'm just going to have a look at this and then I'll be right back with you. Hello, I am back. So the reason that these two parts weren't going in, and it probably was obvious to a lot of you, it's because that this part was not put in. With this part put in, it pushes these two plates upwards into more of a curve, which you can see there, which will make these parts fit in better. So yeah, put this part on first and then this part, and then I'm just going to screw this down. And as you saw with those last two screws there, they fit in a hell of a lot easier than they were when this piece was not put on. And that's what it looks like with 3 of the 5 pieces put on. That gap there is still a little worrying. I think it is part. It's going to be covered. It doesn't matter. Right. I'm not entirely sure what part to do next. Let me just go consult the instructions. Okay, it's as I thought. I was right. I should have just stuck to my guns. Because this part didn't work without this piece, this part won't work without this piece. So we get the second one of these and we just pop it over the top. Make sure that the plate work is kind of overhanging in the parts that it should. It's quite fiddly to do. There we go. Oh, no, that's not going on. There we go. So you got the curve. Do you see? That part did not go on when it was laid flat. You curve it and it goes in. Like that. So I'm just going to screw these off camera and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so an error you might find while putting these pieces together is what I have just done here. I thought it'd be more secure if we put one side down on one part and then put it on like that and clip it onto the other. But the problem with that, and it may just be the fact that I did the wrong side, is I didn't take note of this overhang. So you can't really get the underhang in and that bit on top. So if you are going to put this bit on, put it with the screws on this side first, so it's all got the overhang on one piece, and then slip that piece in and do the other. Or just do it as I did with these two, put the pieces together and do them all in one go. So I'm just going to recorrect that and then I'll be right back with you. And as you can see, it is all secure now. I didn't end up putting these ones down and then doing these ones because that didn't work. What in fact I did do is I just put the pieces together and just placed it on exactly like I had done with these two pieces. So I was right all along. Now, quick vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, okay? Do you want to see me put the rest of these parts together in a speedy up screwy montage? That's yes. Or don't you? And that's no. 1 for yes, 2 for no. All vote now. Okay, the votes are in and have been counted after you voted literally in your tens. It looks like the yeses do have it, so I'm just going to speed this video up and finish off this last piece. And here is the engine section all completed with, of course, the standard spare screw supplied by D'Agostini. Thank you very much for continuing to do that in case one breaks or threads badly or what have you. And this is it. Yeah, this is all completed. Like I say, loads of dots, loads of stuff on this thing. And if you just look under here, the ways to connect it are through these parts here to the top of the Falcon. At time of recording, I don't think we've had the screws to do that, so I'm just going to go away and place this on the top of the Falcon we've already done, and then I'll be right back with you. And here we have the part connected to the top of the Falcon, and indeed every single part of the top of the Falcon that we have already on the blueprint. And guys, I love this model. I am thoroughly enjoying building this, and I think this looks fantastic. I cannot wait now till it's finished in its entirety, but you know, a couple more months till that happens. But yeah, looking really good, really stoked for this model at the moment. So yeah, this back park which we finished looks really great. All those little dots, man, I cannot wait to get all those little parts and finish up all the little details on the back of that. It's going to be amazing. As you can see, I have put the 3 cutouts which I showed you last time onto the model, and there's closer photos here of those 3. I think they came up looking really nice. I might do a bit more weathering now that they're in, just to add a bit more dust and dirt and grime and things like that. But on the whole, very happy with how it's looking. It's looking fantastic. Like I said, I can't wait to get more pieces and really start to see it near its completion. So thank you very much for joining me once again on this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Until next time then, take care. Bye bye.